Alright, so... It's still the same day, of course, it's at 10:30. So, I will be continuing a game of Turnabouts. Tomorrow I probably won't be recording because I have a D&D session with my friends on Discord, of course, so proper social distancing and all that. So, let's see here. Alright, talk to him. Present... nothing. Because I doubt I can tell him my role. So... guess go to the lounge. Yeah, I found out that pretty much this microphone is even better than I thought. It is able to pick up pretty much everything that I say, even the size and all that. And of course breathing in, but like, especially if it's audible. Ah, you two. I'm glad you showed up. Come here, I have need of you. I guess he's not one for introductions. What do you need us for? There's something I've been wondering. Arcus gave you one of those colored envelopes, correct? The ones with our roles inside? Yeah, he did. Ah. Ouch. Hey. Yep. He shoved me. What do you think you're doing? Tch. Don't worry. I'll have it back in just a minute. A detective, Not very original. You can't look at that. That's cheating. Oh, do be quiet. I have little time for this silly game. Well, if you don't care, then why are you so desperate to see our role, huh? Stealing our envelope hardly seems in the spirit of things. What the heck gives you the right to push my coworker around? Such insolence. You clearly don't know who you're speaking to. No one with the slightest amount of tact would speak to Ronald Bath in such a way. Is that a name that I should recognize? What brings you to this party? Arcus is an associate of mine. He is a partner and shareholder to my company. And what company would that be? Ignoramus. What kind of rock have you been living under, exactly? Ignoramus? Is that an insult, or does this guy go to school for wizardry? For you to remove your head from the dirt, you would know that I, Ronald Pennington Barr, am the creator of the one and only Barr Link social networking website. Barr Link? Even I've heard of that. It's the biggest social networking site on the globe. Even Truth has an account. Social networking? I thought those kinds of sites were made by teenage hipsters, not eccentric millionaires. The younger generation are all equally manipulated idiots. A couple of years of market research and I was able to craft a product they couldn't resist. All I needed was a little financial support from Strata to get my business off of the ground. Now, Barlink is one of the most profitable sites on the internet. That's quite a story. Don't pretend like you understand the intricacies of my work. Now run along and make me some more ad revenue. This guy is a jerk. Agreed. So, examine. Fifth. Hey look, there's a note on this table. Did you notice this too, Mr. Barr? You dare take me as a fool? Yes, of course I saw it. Somebody's self-conscious. This looks to be a testimony describing the movements of all of the guests. The only strange part is that it appears to be using code names. I guess we'll need to find out what these names refer to. It's signed the Game Master. I'd say this was probably written from Mr. Stratter's point of view. In that case, it's probably a trustworthy source. I mean, so Mr. Stratter isn't actually a part of the game, so he would have no reason to lie to us. Is that really the only thing that catches your eye? Huh? Take another look. There's something very odd here. There is? Sheesh. Someone who doesn't care about the game, you sure do enjoy butting in a lot. Now listen here, this is supposed to account for the movements of every guest. And why are there only 4 names written here? Hey, you've got a point there. There are 6 guests in the building, but only 4 are mentioned. Even if Athena and I are playing a single role in this game, there should be at least 5 names there. So who's missing? That's why he was so interested in what our roles were. Okay, so, when the murder took place, the party began, all the guests were in the main hall. The victim was on the upper floor in the study. I stood at the base of the stairs. The thief entered the lounge soon after the party began. I did not see him again until after the murder. Okay. That's weird. The snoop stayed in the main hall for around 15 minutes. Following this, he had a short conversation with a seductress, who had been in the dining room for the past 10 minutes. He then entered the library. The seductress remains in the main hall. The lover stood by my side since the party began. After 40 minutes, he claimed to need to use the restroom and walked upstairs. A few minutes later, there was a scream. He runs downstairs and says that he found her body. Upon hearing the scream, the thief and the snoop leave the lounge and library, respectively. Everyone is now gathered in the main hall. Well, I think I know who the lover is. The lover is pretty obvious. The snoop might be obvious. The thief might be obvious. And the seductress, well, there's only one female other than the murdered, so I'm pretty sure I know who that is. But, of course, the names are, you know, they might be referring to each of the guests, because, you know, hey, of course, the seductress is, it's supposed to be a female, so the only female other than the detective in the game. The snoop is, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a detailed account of, you know, what took place 3 years ago. So, yeah. Nothing but dust. Nothing but dust. Nothing but dust. The store leads back into the main hall. There's another door behind us that opens into the library. Nothing but dust. Nothing but dust. Nothing but dust. What about this other thing? Nothing but dust. Nothing but dust. Alright, move to the main hall. Then move to the dining room. Those 2 people. There's a seductress. They're talking to each other quietly. I don't know if this is the thief or the snoop, or the other guy is the thief or the snoop. But I do know that I do have 2 people figured out. The lover being this guy, Ken Forza. The seductress being this woman, who is, I don't know yet. Oh, never mind, we'll discuss it later. Looks like we've been spotted. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Routine cough from over-talking. Thank you. Oh, okay, good. They certainly don't look too pleased to see us. What else is new? Well, is there something we can help you two with? Introductions. Okay, let's try and act classy here. Good evening. I don't believe we've met. We haven't. My name is Connor Iving. It's good to meet you. Hey, that worked. So, what brings you here? I came here with my boss, Ronald. That explains, well, Not really explaining why, I don't know yet, but, I'll figure it out once I know, how this guy acts and all. Oh, you work for that. I mean, you work for Mr. Barr? Sure do. You're looking at the head of finances for Barr. The Stratter family and the Barr family have always been close, ever since Arcus helped Ronald fund his business. Arcus threw a little party a few years ago to celebrate the success of Barr. That was just a dinner and drinks kind of thing. None of this murder mystery crap. Not a fan of Star's game, I take it. It's just weird. Barlink has already had enough trouble as of late. How are we gonna recover if our biggest influencer has gone loopy? Oh dear. Looks like, something's happening. That seems a little harsh, it's just a game. You saw the way Arcus was acting in the main hall earlier. You're gonna tell me that you know for sure he hasn't got something sinister planned? I might just have to reveal your roles to everyone on the outside. On the outside. Guess that did sound a little threatening. Sorry to backtrack, but you mentioned your company has been having some trouble. Oh, guess I did, huh? So, what are these troubles that you were talking about? The music stopped? Oh! I guess there ain't no harm in telling you. News has already hit the papers anyways. Social media security scandal shakes cyber community. That is a sensational title if I ever heard one. That's what you'd think, but it actually ain't too far from the truth. Barlink is the biggest social media platform on the net. It was discovered that the data of our customers was being leaked to third parties illegally, as is the case with most social media, which is why I don't really use it. Well, that and social media is pretty boring, at least to me. Leaked? Advertising new firms and the like pay good money for that kind of personal info. And it looks like someone on the inside has been giving them exactly what they want. And of course, this doesn't really do, of course, this, I guess supposedly, this in-universe social media thing is actually more on roll, because they're not doing it intentionally. Like, it's not covered up or whatever by the business itself, because the business itself is not doing it. Someone on the inside is. Unlike what I'm sure is pretty much most companies these days, which do it intentionally because who's gonna find out? So Barlink was stealing personal information from people who didn't even know? That's kind of scary to think about. Barcelona didn't mention that when we spoke to him earlier. That's why it's causing such a stir at the company. We don't know who is behind it, but Ronald's gonna give him hell when he finds out. So he guesses who it is. No kidding. Whoever's behind this is making a mockery of his company. So he guesses who it is. That lady has been staring at us for an uncomfortable amount of time. Yeah, you know, I think Ronald is the thief and Connor is the snoop. The woman. Excuse me, what's your name? Oh, how rude of me. I'm sorry. My name is Grace Barr. Whoa. It's a pleasure to meet you. Barr? You're part of that family too? Ronald is my husband. He married just under 3 years ago. Sounds like you married into quite a bit of money then, huh? Not to be rude or anything. Oh, it ain't quite like that. Grace's maiden name was Gilding. Or Gliding. Gilding. It looks like Gilding. So I'll go with Gilding. Who are a reasonably well-off group in their own right. They may not have the same kind of money that the Barr family does, but they still have a lot of influence in the business world. Yes, Our marriage also led to a lot of collaboration between our families. But even without his money, Ronald is a wonderful man. That's not the impression I got from him, that's for sure. Besides, this lady seems quite a bit younger than that fruitcake. Oh well, love is love, I guess. Alright. So... yeah, the seductress, the thief, the snoop, the lover, and the detective, but they were not really detailed because they were not there 3 years ago. So, now let's see here. So, let's see. Yeah, it makes sense then. Yeah, yep, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that they're the snoop and the seductress, considering they were having a conversation here, just like it says here. I'd say I pretty much have this kind of thing figured out. This witness state account. So, let's see. So yeah, the thief would be Ronald Barr. Which actually makes sense considering we found him in the lounge. The snoop is this guy, which makes sense considering I found him having a conversation with the seductress, Grace Barr. And then the lover, it makes sense that he'd be Ken Forza. So, I have that figured out pretty much. Now to actually look around. This is a huge dining table, yet the cutlery has only been laid out at a handful of places. Well, there are only 7 people here. Those knives. Looks like it's steak for dinner. Yum. That might not be good. That might be evidence. Nothing to see here. 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 There's a door there. Okay, so pretty much nothing else to do. Would you be able to take a look at this? Sorry, there ain't much for me to talk about here. Okay. So move to the main hall, and then to the study, where the murder happened. November 12th, Strider Manor, study. The study. This is where the victim is supposed to have been killed. Either way, I'll be stopping the recording here, because French figured out the, at least preliminarily, figured out the witness's account with the code names and all that. So I'll see you next time, YouTube. Goodbye.